Today we are playing a protoViolence. What could be better than violence? Hi Barnacle, welcome in everybody. So today we're playing protoViolence. This is a prequel to last week's game called Malviolence. So in Malviolence last week, we got an ending where we died. but I already checked out the other endings and there is an ending where you could survive. The ending we get in Malviolence doesn't really matter here in protoViolence because protoViolence is a prequel. It's a prequel to Malviolence. Yes. So this should happen all before the events of last week's game. Not sure what we should be expecting yet, but I believe this is going to be giving us more insight into Dr. Danger. It's gonna use her COD skills grenade. I hope the stream doesn't like completely die again out of nowhere. I actually don't know what happened there yesterday. Like, just for some reason, everything else was working, but then Twitch wasn't. Like, my internet just wouldn't connect to Twitch until I VPN, and then actually the funny thing is, after the stream, nothing would everything would connect, even Twitch, but not Discord. It was weird. It was a really weird time. I don't know what was happening there. It's looking okay today, but let's see how it goes. So this should be a relatively short game. It says it's a visual novel with about 2 hours reading time. So hopefully it's alright. We're gonna be able to finish it in one sitting. Depends on how fast I read, I guess. And Meowdy, welcome in Kapen and Commissariat Daylight Savings Time. That's right. It did just kick in this week, right? Or this weekend, maybe? Sag. But it moved everything later, I think, right? So I don't know if that makes it easier. No, wait, no. That means it's earlier for you now, right? Dang. It became harder then. I'm sorry. That is strange. Yeah, I have no idea what caused it, but at least it's okay today. So, without further ado, let us dive in to the life of Dr. Danger before her death, I think. Over 2 decades ago. Okay, that is a long time. That's a longer time than I thought. Over 2 decades ago, Dr. Iris Kai wrote to me a recommendation for an up-and-coming international security agency. At the time, I was overjoyed just to be on track. Getting into a growing field early, do good science while the fires of invention are still hot, and then zip out with distinction before the coals grow cold. But these days, let's put it this way. The first time my name showed up as a footnote in a cybernetics textbook, I called my parents and invited my friends to dinner at my favorite restaurant. Half a year ago, when I got a write-up in the East Coast Medicine Review, I didn't even open the copy they sent me. So when Iris announced her retirement, I assumed that her ennui was a little more advanced than my own. It was a nice party. She was surrounded by friends and co-workers, lauded by her peers and praised by her subordinates. And yet, the whole time, she looked hollow. Fear of retirement, I theorized. I couldn't have been further from the truth. STOP, the organization I've dedicated my life to, has always been the forefront of cybernetics. Oh, we were a STOP agent in the first game. The bleeding edge, some would say. We took risks, but it was for the greater good. We were grateful to every volunteer and veteran that had assisted us. But now they're pushing all the wrong boundaries, taking science, my science, in a cruel new direction that I cannot abide. Why would you call your org STOP? I'm pretty sure it stands for something, but I forgot. Because the fruits of my research are being used to experiment on children. For authorized personnel only, YTDI. Trainee sample 123. Aww. About YTDI notes new program developed based on my something. Angie is part of the something. Experiments on children. No, why would you experiment on children? I could not fathom how STOP had gotten so far out of hand. But I can find out. I'm not powerless. And the architects behind these new programs aren't fools. If I can present a proper case against this, and show them the pain hidden between the numbers and suffering they're whitewashing over in pursuit of percentage points. I can have hope that things can still be made right. Wait, so Stop were the bad guys all along? Because of the first game. They were saying Dr. Danger, the person we are right now, is a supervillain. But if Stop was doing some shady shit and experimenting on kids, that means we were the bad guys. But that hope was dwindling. I thought that I granted peace to the world with my research. Then again, Dr. Danger didn't seem like that bad of a person in the last game. Maybe all I did was wreath a new narrow. A new what? A phone notification pops up. Sorry for messaging you at this hour. Couldn't sleep. Having second thoughts? Oh, it's Iris. Okay, I love how it's literally an Iris. No. My transfer's already been approved. Next Monday, I'm entering the Youth Training and Development Initiative as a supervisor, but oh, that's what the YTDI means. But, Iris, you've worked with Stop longer than I have. Can you tell me anything about the YTDI? Nothing that'll help you sleep. Well, that's reassuring. I still can't believe this is happening. Stop's full of scientists, not... Good scientists follow science wherever it leads, right? And I recall a brilliant researcher concluding years ago that the younger the patient, the better the cybernetic sync rate. That research was intended for Stop agents. Volunteers. Heroes, if you prefer. Not anyone under 18. Well, the higher-ups beg to differ. They'd be telling you they're providing these trainees with an education and a guaranteed future. Worth an eye or an ear, right? I don't want this to be my legacy, Iris. Where is the greater good in grafting dangerous tech onto children? When Stop was founded, that good was clear. Oh, but the lines are being blurred, is that it? Back when the world was in turmoil and cybernetics were getting slapped onto terrorists and madmen in vet clinics and garages. Stop put an end to that. We put an end to that. And then we kept going, so it wouldn't happen again. No! They've lived long enough to become the villain. Like I said, not the best topic of conversation if you're looking to put your mind at ease. But do try to get some rest anyway, Deirdre. I'm probably saying it wrong. From the sounds of it, you have a long week ahead of you. I'll do my best. No, we're gonna keep doom scrolling because we can't sleep and don't want to go to work the next day. May 13th, 2070 something. Ooh, this must be the research facility? Very bright. But not as bright as a flash grenade. I don't know, I can't stop flashbacking to it. My honest first impression, this is beautiful. Natural light trickles through frosted glass, enveloping a courtyard below in a warm, soft glow. From the bridge I'm on, I can even see green. Grass, flowers, trees, an oasis of a natural beauty, full of life, full of laughing children. I can't help but wonder if I have made a wrong turn. There aren't any stark surgical scrubs or hospital gowns, and the air smells clean, not disinfected. But inevitably, my eyes are drawn towards the towering column that pierces the building's center. It's a dark monument, one with a few doors, no windows, and a very heavy shadow. My skin prickles. What purpose could...
Not lost already, are you?
Ooh, a voice-acted person. I think this is also like last time, where it's like limited voice acting. So this is the first person we see who's voiced. Hello. Who are you? My train of thought's grim path is cut short by a familiar husky voice. The real protoViolence.
Angie, it's
Angie.
wonderful to see you
Oh
again.
my god, Daedra is talking too.
Same to you, Daedra.
Daedra. Okay, I was saying Daedra. No, wait, no, I was saying Daedra, like kind of closer to the E instead of an A. Daedra. Okay, there. Evan Burns Red got you real good. Oh my gosh. As usual, Angie is formal, but I recognize the warmth in her words. It's been a long time since we talked face to face. For sure. I didn't think we'd get to work together again. But not every career path's a straight line, right? No, definitely not. Happy happy as I am to be working with you. I was surprised that you wanted to transfer here. I always thought of you as married to the craft of cybernetics and nothing else. I was going to say squeamish. I suppose there's more than meets the eye. I suppose there is. I understand you're planning to write a case study on the work that we're doing here at the YTDI. Funny, you've always been more interested in theory than application. Then again, you've always been a pioneer as well. I mean, it's a new program based on my research. Why wouldn't I observe it? Oh no, I think it's fantastic having you of all people here. Why are you emphasizing? Going out of your way to help us improve the YTDI? That's a dream come true for all of us. In fact, no, I don't want to get too deep into the discussion on your first day. Your time is valuable, so how about I give you a tour? Oh, well, I did request one, but you don't have to. No, trust me. There's a lot here, and more than we could cover in a single day. But we should be able to go over the basics. Places, permissions, practice standards, that sort of thing. And who better to help you find your footing than an old colleague? Alright. Where to first? I don't know why Angie's giving me some vibes here that's making me go like, I don't trust you completely. I'm not a professional tour guide, but I'd say the courtyard would be the best place to start. Lead the way. I mean, I think the courtyard is right next to us, right? She did say she saw trees, flowers, greenery. That's not trees, flowers, and the green. Why? That is not greenery. That's the roof. So that's why there's so much greenery. Of course, we want our trainees to be as healthy as possible, both physically and mentally. And while it might be hard to see the benefits of on an MRI, being around trees and plants really does do wonders for the brain. For instance, several observation studies have shown that... No, Angie, I believe you. She just got cut off. Actually, I think I feel it myself. We installed it all for the trainees' sake, but if it helps the staff stay sane, that's a nice bonus. That reminds me, you should see the classrooms too. Yeah, we don't get to see the trees at all, sad. I wanted to see that. We were just in the same location. So we'll take these stairs and go through these doors. Oh, after you, of course. And if we just go down this hallway... It sounds like me giving like a work presentation. So, like... Okay, we're in the hallway now. Oh, I see the classroom on the side, yeah. Okay. Very lab-like. Well, then again, it is a lab. We're here! Bit of a walk, isn't it? It must be easy to get lost. I suppose. But you'll get used to it. Anyways, this is where the trainees get educated. Oh, what does that involve? We've got all the core essentials. Maths, literacy, self-defense, and physical Pardon? Physical education? No, I mean... self-defense? Huh? Oh, don't make that face. It's not that serious. Gym mats and padded gloves and whatnot. At their age, the trainees couldn't hurt each other even if they tried. And do they ever try to hurt each other? Oh no, I don't like your silence after I asked. The world's a dangerous place. You are not answering the question. Our trainees know that better than most at their age. Earlier, we teach them how to protect themselves, the better off they'll be. That's not an answer! You didn't say yes or no. You didn't answer our question. I suppose you're right. You bought it without her answering your question. Well, it's not all schoolwork and drills. The trainees get to do fun stuff too, like play video games. Do you? I mean, we passed an arts and crafts center just a moment ago. You should see some of the stuff they make in there. We might have the next Mark Rothko or Agnes Martin on our hands. I nod as if I know who those people are. Ah, yes. Smile and wave, boy. Smile and wave. Fine art was never a favorite subject of mine. Well, I'll have to check it out another time. Yeah, you ought to. Yeah, Angie, you've given me some sus vibes. I don't trust you. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. You want to observe a trainee for your case study, correct? Yes, that's right. Why do you ask? Well, we got a class going on right now. It should be literacy at this time of the day. You're suggesting I choose my case study subject right now? Could give you a much better idea of what we do, seeing the trainees actually go about their day. Send her to the... What? I wonder if we're gonna pick the boy on the cover. Come on, look over there. Don't worry, they won't notice us. They're all preoccupied with... stuff! Writing exercises, it looks like. Okay. This is a classroom? I've been in medical libraries with more noise. Well behaved, aren't they? You can thank the core curriculum designers for that. Our trainees are showing a 34% increase in memory retention compared to the same age control group, short and long term. That's very impressive, isn't it? The bell could ring right now and they'd still be glued to their work. That doesn't sound great though. If this were any other education program, they'd be fiddling with their fine liners, glaring at the clock, doodling in the margins, like that child over there. Oh no, there's someone who's... Right, that one. Squints. He's a bit of an outlier statistically. Really? But I thought your curriculum was... Well, it's not 100% effective. Sometimes you get stragglers. But we don't leave them behind. All they need is a little extra motivation. There, the teacher's already taken notice. Oh no, what's gonna happen? He's gonna get in trouble? He's taking him to the front of the classroom? Is he being yelled at? Yelled at? That teacher might be raising their voice. Hold on. Why are other children going up with him? They didn't do anything wrong. Well, that's the extra motivation I was talking about. What the hell is happening? Are you doing a group like for shame that you weren't doing your task? Oh yeah, this is the boy in the cover, here in the middle. All new trainees get sorted into squadrons. Squadrons? Like soldiers? Like birds, I'd say. They're close-knit. We expect a squadron to fly at roughly the same pace, so if one member underperforms, the entire group is made aware of it. I know it looks a little inflexible, but they're better off learning these rules early. Step forward to the firing line. This seems ridiculous, guys. Very harsh. Oh, he has life in his eyes. The other two look kinda like... This one looks like she's resigned in life, and then this one looks like he's like bored as hell, bruh. He's smiling. He smiled at me. Oh. They're supposed to stand perfectly still for a full 5 minutes, so that's... Might have to refocus. I've made my decision. Oh, good! So which trainee? I want that boy to be my subject. She didn't like that. And why him specifically? I can't give a concrete answer. I suppose I'm going with my gut. That's not very scientific. Then why don't we call it an intuitive choice made by one of the world's leading cybernetics researchers? Right. But like I said, that particular trainee is something of a statistical outlier. And taking a closer look at him should help us correct any inefficiencies of the program, no? Oh my god, she got you there. Suppose I can't argue with that. He seems like the most human. Every other kid, if they're completely silent and staring off like deadpan, that doesn't seem natural at all. So picking the most human person seems like a good idea for Dr. Danger here. But I get the feeling this isn't gonna pan out. I heard nothing about this boy before. D?
Here's where his quarters are.
Oh, that's me. I'm D, I guess, as a nickname.
This is the one you want to use for your case study?
Yes. Again, I've made my decision, Angie.
Right. Right. Just
checking. This looks...
0458?
What? Does he not have a name? Could you come here, please? I want to introduce you to someone. She's a visitor. One just for you.
Huh? A visitor?
Try to be quick, though. She's a very busy lady with a lot to get done today. This looks like an infirmary, not a room. Oh, it's the squad. Oh. Wait a minute. You're the lady I saw in class. Indeed she is. What's S4174 doing behind you? Shri wanted to come, so I let her. Oh, what a good friend you are. But this meeting's just for you, C045. Can we give them other... So S4174, you're free to... Is it that big of a deal, Angie? I don't think there's any harm in meeting his roommate! Right. Oh my god, they were roommates. Why don't you introduce yourself to the lady? Can you please give me a name that's not numbers?
Allow me.
Please do try to keep it short. We only have so much time. Oh my god, cute.
Nice to meet ya. I'm Pavel.
Pavel. Okay, that's gonna be easier to remember.
Well, most of the people here only call me CO458.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that. I'll just go with Pavel. It's too hard. A serial number? The standard procedure. Oh, that's how we keep the data collection unbiased. Plus, the first class, he had like 3 Emmas and 4 Quins, so... Right. What about you, lady? What's your name? Angie, how should I respond? I've never worked with children. Just say your name, what? You can give him your name, no big deal. Trainees like to call me Dr. Angie. I got it. Then you could call me Dr. Daedra if you like. Dr. Daedra? Dr. Daedra. Dr. Daedra! That's a nice name. Has anyone ever told you that? Not, recently? It seems like such a nice kid. Something terribly wrong is going to happen to him, isn't there? That's the feeling I'm getting. Oh! You want to introduce yourself too? Oh. Well, the floor is all yours. Is she gonna talk?
Hello.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
I'm
Oh, she's kind of cute when she doesn't look like she's deadpan staring off into the distance.
Shreya.
Shreya. You've got the Shree. Look, Dr. Daedra's waving to you. Cute. Oh, shy. That's okay. Huh. Shreya's my roommate. Normally, we stick together. If I'm around, chances are she is too. I see. Are you too close? Oh, we're besties! We never go anywhere without each other. Except for, class. I wish we weren't in different squads. Oh, you're not in the same... I thought you were. Hey, D? Yes, ma'am. Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid we don't have all the time in the world unless you want to skip out on the research labs for today. No, I do want to see them. Let me just wrap up here. It's lovely to meet you, Caesar. Come on, man. Just say Pavel. Starting next week, I will be interviewing you. Interviewing me? About what? To be honest, I haven't quite decided yet. But I'd like to talk about your hobbies, your classmates, your future, lots of things like that. Oh, I can do that. But I'm confused. Why me? That's a good question. Because I picked you specifically. And why did you pick me specifically? Yeah, that's the word. Well, you stood out in class. I saw you and I thought you'd be interesting to talk to. Makes sense. My teacher says I'm like a dandelion in a field full of roses. That doesn't sound like he was complimenting you, though. That's one way of putting it. Did I pronounce something wrong? Oh no, it's because he couldn't say specifically. But wait, what about your friend? I promise she won't be alone for long. Once I'm done talking to you, you can go back to what do kids do these days? I haven't been around them for so long. Back to playing. Did I guess right? No, you've clearly guessed wrong. Look at how he's staring at you emptily. Oh, thank God.
Sound reasonable?
Yeah,
He just rolled with it.
it's a deal.
Okay. Thank you, Pavel. Very cool. I am not gonna remember your serial number because that was really, really long. This is the labs. This kind of looks like where we were earlier, except it's more nighttime vibes-y. Because we could see the lights now and it's not completely bright. Oh no, it's similar, but it's kind of different.
Sorry if I rushed you a bit back there.
I realized I must have come across as grouchy earlier. Yeah, you've been kind of a little bit sus this whole time. It's just... We've been working a lot of hours lately. It swears on you, you know? Oh no, Angie, it's fine. It's not like I was much better in the past. Oh god, don't remind me. When you were taking on lead on artificial spleen development, it was like you were in a trance. If I gave you one little tap on the shoulder, you'd snap like a cobra on the rake. Yes, I remember how you put it. Those were long days. And by the time we pushed through, I never wanted to see another culture sample as long as I lived. Here, here. So, Angie, about those research labs. Right. From here, the fastest route would be... straight ahead! No, I'm kidding. They're gonna walk there in the proper way. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Okay, case study report. May 13, 2070 something. Initial supervisory report. Although it has been advertised as a youth education program, it is now my understanding that the purpose of the Youth Training and Development Initiative (YTDI) is to prepare its trainees for cybernetic enhancement and eventual employment within STOP. While it is known that biotech synchronization rates are inversely correlated to age, the side effects on individuals below the age of 18 are not fully understood at this time and may be more severe than it would be on an adult's mind and body. Furthermore, I have ethical concerns about the purpose of the program and how its participants are selected. As a supervisor, it is my intent to observe the YTDI's operations and ensure that health and well-being of its trainees are being properly upheld. As part of my duties, I will be engaging in a focused case study of trainee Pavel, I'm not reading that, to observe his development under the curriculum. For the compliance purposes, our one-on-one conversations will be recorded. Dr. Daedrid the Strange. Okay, so we didn't have to see the labs. June 13th. Hey, wait, how do I close this? Oh, there, it's gone. Okay. It's June 13th. Use your mouse to explore Daedrid's desk. Magnifying glass means you can interact with something. What will you learn about Dr. Destrange? I can look at everything else, right? Oh, not yet. I have to do it one by one. This one. Daedrid's report. Once a case study is finished, she'll send these documents to STOP's higher-ups. She hopes her findings will shut down the curriculum of YTDI. 612 Case Study Report. This report marks the 1 point of trainee Pavel's case study. In this time, I have observed several facets of the YTDI's operations and now believe I have a firm grasp of the day-to-day activities of the trainees. I did not see most of it, but I believe you. Majority of the trainees selected for YTDI come from orphanages. Upon arrival at the YTDI, trainees are separated into squads similar to the ones utilized by STOP field agents. Formal education takes place entirely within these squads and involves tuition in literacy, mathematics, self-defense, etc. Outside of the classroom, trainees have access to several extracurricular activities, including craft work, sports, and video games. Ah, they actually have video games! While these activities are beneficial for fostering bonds and growth between children, I find it notable that they overlap with activities undertaken by STOP operatives in the recovery period after the implantation of new cybernetics. This includes sewing for hand-to-eye coordination, video games for reaction speed, etc. The standard of care appears to be at least sufficient. Pavel has expressed as a significant improvement over his previous lodgings. Still, I have some questions to raise with Dr. Tan later. Dr. Daedrid the Strange. Oh, Dr. Tan is Angie. Okay, so I've been able to look at that. Next thing I can look at is my notebook. Daedrid's library diary! What is wrong with me? Like many academics, Daedra has thoughts about herself and the world around her. This is where she writes them. June 6. Part of me just wants my thoughts to blow out with the wind. Putting them to paper will have to do for now. Besides, all the blue light was making my eyes ache. That's why you need to go to the orchard, so you could rest your eyes on the greenery. All the trainees are orphans. I'm not surprised. But I am surprised that the YTDI isn't much different from a standard boarding school. Militaristic dressing aside. Compared to how STOP's first few batches of field agents were housed, the accommodations here are downright luxurious. But still, that's comparing volunteer soldiers to abandoned children. A strange analogy to put mildly. And for some reason, the trainees' meals consist of lab script. And only lab script. Why? It's true that lab script contains all the nutrients they need to grow healthy and strong, but it's intended for typical in vivo test subjects. What does that mean? I've seen the size of budgets that STOP works with. They can definitely afford to feed these children real food. Nah, but then they'd be like, I'm gonna waste time cooking the food, so they don't want to do that, right? Plus, they're the evil organization. Why would they do that? At least, the education is world class. Clearly, STOP spending was put to good use there. One time, Angie took me to a literacy lesson. Out of the blue, she asked the trainee to recite parts of King Lear, and the girl belted it out like it was on a switch. I don't know how useful that skill was, but it was definitely impressive. Another time, the two of us watched a teacher as he taught a squadron field pharmacy in the courtyard. If someone eats this mushroom, how would you counteract its effects with only the items in your bags? How long do they have before airways close? It was intense, to say the least. At times, the teacher's questions felt more like threats. But the building itself is immaculate, practically speaking. Practically sparkling, my bad. If my shoes track dirt as I walk in, it's wiped away by the time I walk out. Even STOP's headquarters doesn't agonize over cleanliness to this extent. Well, yeah, you could reward that. You could go like, at least they care. I wish they showed that much care for the trainees themselves. Yeah, they only care about the building. Like that boy, Pavel. For formal reasons, I can't mention it in recording sessions, but I know his name is Pavel. Was taking his name necessary? Are they that concerned about observer bias? He's an orphan. His name might be the only thing his parents ever gave him. Why scrub it away like it's something dirty, a stain to be removed? The boy's lonely too. Yes, he has Shreya, but she isn't part of his squadron, his pre-assigned social group. His squad mates exclude him outside of class. They don't let him play with them. So Pavel is often in the arts and crafts center sewing or knitting by himself. And it's not so much better in class. Kids roll their eyes when he's paired up with them for group tasks. Sometimes they go behind his back and ask the teacher if they can swap for anyone else. Aww. Thankfully, the teachers never concede to the... wait, I accidentally pressed... So apparently right click... I pressed right click instead of left click. Apparently right click is the menu. Kids roll their eyes. Okay. Thankfully, teachers never concede to Pavel's squad mates, but that hasn't stopped them from asking anyway. I think a lot of this could be solved if the kids weren't pitted against one another. Yeah, true, it seems very competitive here. All the trainees have their hobbies, but Pavel doesn't have much else. I know he likes superheroes, so I'll bring him some comics from the library. Knowing STOP, I suspect the books there are vetted, but there's a chance I might find something that'll make him smile. Maybe I could even use it to teach him. It certainly doesn't seem like his actual teachers are interested in personalizing the learning experience. Oh, I also bought a pack of stickers for him. Do children his age think grape stickers are— Grape? Grapes? Like the fruit? There's no way. What am I doing? I'm no child psychologist. Couldn't even qualify as a pediatrician. I really jumped that into the deep end with this case study, didn't I? If I weren't senior STOP staff, I'd probably be sacked by now. Maybe grape is lame. Maybe orange is the way to go. God, I don't know anymore. Maybe there's only one way to find out. D. Bro, oh, she actually has the fruit stickers here. I see it. Okay, and this is the comic. This is a computer. Old PC maintained with love, where she keeps her recorded interviews. Okay. Do I get to watch them? Because I've been here a month despite only seeing the opening scenes. Oh, I get to see them. Interview with C0458. June 12th. Wow, wait, what? That was like today or yesterday. There he is, happy in his hospital clinic-like room.
458. I've started recording.
Oh, I have to press.
Before you fall over from all that wiggling.
I look so happy.
Yay!
I'm just super excited. I'm glad to hear that. But, you can relax. We're just talking today. Really? My cheeks are numb from all that grinning. I can imagine. In fact, I think I did the same thing in my school photos. You did? I guess so. Though I stopped because, well, it made me look like a dork. That's pretty harsh. How do you... You still kinda do. Okay. Have you ever been called something like that before? A dork? No, never. Wait, is a dork an insult? I've only ever heard people use dork as like an endearing thing. It's like, I really like this character in like an anime. He's such a dork. And I'm like, what? Is it an insult? Maybe a few times. But the other kids don't know anything, so it's their loss. What don't they know? When I grow up, I'm gonna be super famous and I'm gonna be super pretty and I'm gonna have a billion friends. He's gonna be the careful who you bully in middle school. I'll cross my fingers for you. Anyways, we're starting to veer off topic and I only have so much time, so... Why don't I ask you some things? Okay, what do you want to know? For today, I have 3 questions. Pop quiz, huh? Okay, I'm ready to go. Great. Dork! Then let me just get my papers out. There we go. First question. How did you come to join the YTDI? Watch him go like, I didn't really join the YTDI. The YTDI picked me, you know. What do you mean? I mean, before you became a trainee, where did you live? Oh, well, I lived in an orphanage. Oh, and what was that like? I don't remember much. It was pretty lonely. There weren't others there? No, there was a whole bunch of us. We shared rooms and beds and adults' tension. So you weren't treated as an individual? I wasn't. A lot of us ran around and it was pretty noisy, but I was always bored. When it wasn't mealtime, school time, or chore time, I was stuck in the common room with most of the others. And because we had to share so much, we fought all the time. Really? Yeah. Like one time I wanted to play with a Scrabble board, but another girl said I couldn't have it because all I did was trace the board's grid with my fingers. And so I told her, nuh-uh, that's how you play Scrabble. And then she was like, you always doing stuff wrong. And then I made a face at her. And then she pulled my hair. And then, I'm assuming you both got into trouble. Aw, this whole game moves with his expressions. Yeah. I scratched her and she started crying. And I got punished. I found the rulebook later. She was right. I was playing the game wrong. I said sorry, but the way I played was fun too. Interesting. How were you picked for the YTDI? You seem different from the other trainees. Yes, you're not as stoic as everybody else. At least in compared to others in your squadron. I don't know. One day, people in white clothes came to the orphanage. They didn't want to play or talk or anything. They just watched us for a week or so. And then this loud person told me and a bunch of other kids had a fight. Had a bright future ahead of us. And then they brought us here. You must have come from a world away, huh? I don't think so. I fell asleep on the bus because I couldn't sleep the night before. But when we got here, it wasn't even lunchtime. Ah, so it was pretty nearby. I see. Let's move on to the next question. Are you getting along with your squadron? Obviously not. We're all supposed to get along with our squadron. I guess that lines up with what Angie told me. But, it's okay. You could be honest with me. Okay. Most of my squad mates are boring apple polishers. They hate me because the teachers get mad at me and makes us stay in class for an extra 10 minutes. It's not my fault the class is dull. It's not like my doodles are bothering anyone. Did you know any of your squad mates back at the orphanage? No. For some reason, I was put into a different squad from everyone else I knew. Squad sorting must be done randomly, trying to avoid pre-established social grouping. Sorry, I just had to jot something down. What about your roommate? What do you think of her? Roommate. You mean Shri? I wish she's really quiet most of the time. But once you get to know her, she's really smart and kind. And most importantly, she's my best friend! Yay! You, told me that when you introduced her to me. Yep. She's also my first friend. That makes her your best friend. I guess my only one. That makes her your best friend. And when class is done, we talk about whatever we want and do things together. Oh, she teaches me all kinds of stuff. Tutoring? Like, a few weeks ago, why we focused on his, like, antenna? Oh, okay. She taught me how to do my hair. Oh, that's why. Huh. So that's why you have a hairband there. Mm-hmm. I wear it all the time now. Is there anything else you do together? Filling in coloring books. Playing Mary Mac or A Sailor Went to Sea. Oh, and we read. And though Shreya's way better at it than me. Like, way better. I heard the teacher say she was 2 reading levels ahead of the rest of her squad and I accidentally hit the table, sorry. Oh, wow. That's genuinely impressive. I know, right? She's so cool. That's my bestie. He's so proud of her. Which brings me to my third and final question. When Shreya's not around, what do you like doing in your spare time? Sewing and knitting. When it's break time, I go to the arts and crafts room and make stuff. So far, I've made a placemat, a headband, and a scarf. I could show you sometime if you want. Maybe another time. Okay! Just let me know when you change your mind. Actually, there's one more thing I like doing. But the teachers say it's not proper. What is it? Shoot. The word's right on the tip of my tongue. I know it begins with an L and... Is it literature? Oh yeah, that's the one. Anyways, I like reading comics. Wait, why is literature inappropriate? You literally have a literacy class. There's a lot less words than Shreya's books, but they're filled with cool pictures. I wish my art was that cool. Well, you know what they say, right? Practice makes perfect. If you keep going, you'll get where you need to be. Ha! I'm one step ahead of you. That's why I doodle in class. So I can get good fast. Oh my god, get good fast. Learn his technique. Is there anything else you enjoy doing? Well... There's lots of stuff I want to try, but... class and homework's always in the way. Bleh. I'm sorry. I hope you can get more free time in the future. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me 3. So, that's all the questions I have. I think I'm comfortable stopping here. Huh? You're leaving already? Yes, I'm afraid I have to still play catch-up with work. Playing? No, I mean, you know how you have classes and... Now I get it. You got homework too, huh? You seem like a very busy lady, Dr. Daedra. More so than usual. But I should have enough time to dig out my Scrabble board. You have a Scrabble board? I do, right in my basement. Or was it in storage? Either way, I'll find it, and then we can play it in whichever way you want. Really? Mm-hmm. You shouldn't underestimate me, though. You're talking to a Scrabble champion. Oh no, don't talk me up like that if I have to play it. Or, an ex-champion. It's been a bit since I've last played. Whoa, a Scrabble champion. I really do have to go now, though. But here, please take this. Consider it a thank you of sorts. Yeah, it's the grape sticker! What? What's this? It's a special kind of sticker. If you scratch it... Oh my god, I got the sparkly eyes and it's moving. It smells like grapes! Yeah, it sure does. Is it, cool? Thank you, Dr. Daedra! And, thank you for talking with me.
See you next week. Yes?
Keep bringing in awesome stuff like this, and I'll talk to you every day.
Next time, we'll give you the orange sticker. How exciting, right? No, we're also gonna give him the Scrabble, and then we're gonna give him the comic. We're gonna give him a lot of stuff, actually. Wait, why is that freaking thing still there with me? The grape sticker. I literally gave it to him. Okay. Now I can look at my cell phone. Iris sometimes needs Iris to lend an ear. As Daedra's former supervisor, what advice can Iris give her? Okay. The craft center was nice. I mean, it's got to be a good sign, right? A good sign and a good thing are different matters. Come on, help me out here. Help isn't what you're texting me for, is it? Besides, I'm a lot more concerned about the militaristic conditions you've reported. That can change. Yet every time you critique some part of the YTDI, Dr. Tan seems to resist. Angie's always been pretty rigid. She's not a bad person. She's just very by the books. Dr. Tan is an associate director. She has been around for so long that she writes the book. No one's forcing her to stay where she is. I could have easily been in her shoes, Iris. Not with her scruples. I've never worked directly with Tan, but I know her reputation. She's got a savior complex. That's dangerous. What? She just wants to help people. And I'm sure she believes that. But she works in cybernetics. And when you're holding a hammer, everything looks like a nail. You haven't seen her with the trainees. Every time we pass by a group of them, she smiles and waves and asks how they're doing. They give her the biggest, sweetest smiles back. They don't do that to any of the other researchers. Daedra? She's my friend, Iris. You're one of the brightest people I know. Maybe the best of your generation. So why are you looking away from the truth? You've seen the lab script, the classrooms, the panopticon. You don't owe Tan your trust. Or anyone at STOP for that matter. They've given their stamp of approval for all of this. It smells rotten. We can heal the raw. Oh my god. Daedra is in extreme denial. I don't... No, you don't get it, Iris. She's not a bad person. If you say so. But I'm getting the bad vibes too. Come on, Daedra. I just want to have faith in the colleagues and friends I've worked with for years. We've made the world safe as it's been in decades. And I'm positive that things will get better. Angie included. Even a genius can't change the mind of someone who's not listening. That's why the case study needs to go on. I will make all of them listen. Right. Anything else you wanted to discuss? Iris is just like, yeah, okay, whatever, fuck this. I'm tuning out. You're not even listening to me anyway, Daedra. Fair. Okay, Pavel. I brought him a grape-scented sticker the other day. He loved it. Well then, take back what I said. Sounds like it's all rosy over there. Oh my god, I think she's being sarcastic now. What advice can Iris give her? Iris's advice. You're not looking at the truth. You are avoiding the truth. June 13. Wait, wasn't it already June 13 or were we on June 12? Maybe we were on June 12, question mark. Or we're just changing location. I think we're just changing location. Just a reminder that it's June 13, I guess. From the bridge, I gaze below at the courtyard. As the sun begins to set, it beams softly, tint the YTDI's walls and floors a pale orange. It's comforting. Even the black of the pillar in the center of the room looks warmer than usual. I thought I was gonna say back. Okay. Warm. I never thought I'd see the YTDI that way. It's worlds apart from my first impression of it a month ago. 30 days of observing classes, conducting interviews, writing notes, they felt like seconds. I wonder if it's my age. The older I've grown, the quicker time passes. Summer, fall, winter, spring, all of it's passing by while musing over my impending mortality won't get me anywhere. But the YTDI really does look warm right now. If it weren't for the other people in the building, I'd go down into the ground floor and take a nap in the grass. Right now, I'm sure some of the trainees are doing the same. Children shouldn't have cybernetics or lab script diets. The YTDI is an affront to my research. Any sane person would agree with me. That's why I'm doing everything I can to shut it down, behind the backs of the people who run this program. But I can't object to giving children, unwanted children, a home. An education, a guaranteed future. They don't have to hunt for scraps or wake up each morning and search for shelter over their heads. As long as they see here, the YTDI... it's you, Angie. I don't trust you. Once again, Angie's voice cuts my thoughts short. Did I interrupt something? Yes, you did. You're looking very contemplative. No, it's nothing. It's nothing really. It's no biggie. So, could have fooled me. Am I that easy to read, Angie? Far from it. I needed a lot of practice. Ha! Guess you've had plenty of opportunities to do so. So what can I do for you? Oh, it's nothing work-related. It's not like I have trainees info to give you anyways. I just wanted a chance to catch up. You've been here for like, what, a month now? And whenever she turns back like that, it's extra suspicious. Would you look at that? 1 month exactly. Lucky guess! You want to take a stroll? They say walking and talking gets the blood flowing. Talking gets the blood flowing? More than standing and staring at nothing. Come on. We've got a lot to catch up on, don't we? We do? I have nothing to say to you, Angie. We begin to walk around the bridge's perimeter. Our pace is slow, aimless, lazy even. And our conversation is just as endearing. See any films lately? Any takeout places you'd recommend? I know modern art's not your thing, but I think you'd enjoy this new exhibit, and if you don't, you can pick where we have dinner next time. As we chat, my whole body relaxes. It was like this in the beginning, waiting outside of Stop's headquarters, excited to take Angie out for our pre-weekend burgers and milkshakes. We were young, and the world didn't make sense, but our ways always did. Our work always did? Us? When? Yeah, okay. Yes?
E?
Yes? I hear Angie calling my name. And my mind snaps back into focus. Is something wrong?
No, nothing.
Why do you keep interrupting my thoughts? This is the second time in a row, lady. I was just wondering if you were ready to, you know, bring up what was going on earlier. Oh, that. No pressure. If you're not up for it. No, I am. I need a moment. Take all the time you need. I take a deep breath to think about how to approach this. Actually, can I ask you a question? As a friend. Go ahead. I'm all ears. Why did you end up working for the YTDI? That's a big question. It's been on my mind recently. A lot lately. You saw that classified file, yeah? Huh? Pardon me? Excuse me? What file? The one with the summary documents and photo. How do you know about that? A disgruntled employee blew up at us a few months back. Swiped a bunch of files taken out of context and tried to shop them out to anyone who would listen. This was around the first time you were first curious about the YTDI, right? Yes. People asked me if I knew about it. Of course, at the time I didn't have the full picture. You know those animal rights groups? The ones with the ridiculous PR teams? They demonize undergrads for dissecting rats. Blast the web with oversaturated gory photos, sensationalized blog posts, and social media campaigns. The works. Cherry-pick their information to make scientists look vile and make themselves look heroic. But those lab researchers care for those animals as if they were their own pets. There's piles of paperwork elaborate onboarding procedures, frequent inspections on their welfare. Even on a practical level, they discourage their suffering. There aren't any rats at this facility, Angie. Oh my god, is she making an analogy to say that the trainees are... Of course not. Just wanted to make... I knew it. You know, people exaggerating things and all that. Oh, okay. Then I apologize for... No, I'm glad you pointed it out. Don't take anything I said the wrong way. Okay, takes it the wrong way. You were gonna tell me about why you joined the YTDI? Right. We went off topic, didn't we? You went off topic! Everyone has the right to a bright future. Most of those trainees don't come from pleasant backgrounds. All of them are orphans. Many of them lived in places that couldn't even feed them once a day. If Stop hadn't intervened, their futures would have been... That's why I think the YTDI has potential, you know. You're not answering the question! Every time we ask Angie questions, she never answers the question. Like, she always goes into like this tangent about something like vaguely related, or like so you know how this thing, that thing, blah blah blah, but doesn't actually answer your question. It provides its trainees with housing, a community, a secure life. I see what you're doing here, Angie. You're not getting past me. I squint like that. What's that? What's that? That guy in the memes where he's sitting in his car and then he's looking like he knows he's onto you. That's the guy. I'm looking at Angie like that. And by giving him a secure life, YTDI will prevent future crimes. So in the long term, the YTDI will contribute to stop's rise in the art. The rise in, don't know how to say that word. I know what it means though, exactly. When we're in the short term, we're changing those trainees' lives for the better. Susby, exactly, right? So why does she never properly answer you? She's always going off in a different tangent so that she will look good whenever you ask her a question that she doesn't exactly want to answer. Still, seeing the children receive cybernetic enhancements, that just doesn't sit right with me. I understand. You don't want to be remembered as the mother of cyborg children, do you? I have nothing to say to that. She's spot on. We don't do anything here for fickle reasons. Subjects are only ever cybernetically enhanced if we feel that their quality of life could be improved. That file you saw? All those photos? Every one of those children were physically disabled. But I saw there was a blonde girl with her eye... Trainee 02145. I remember. And anorphtalmia. Her poor vision caused her to struggle in class, so we gave her a new eye. You could have just given her glasses. You're literally wearing glasses yourself. What the hell? Now her essays are on par with some of the top students in her squadron. I see. Some of the trainees came here with congenital defects. Others with injuries from horrible accidents. We've only ever used cybernetics to level the playing field between them and their abled squadmates. But why are they competing in the first place? My shoulders feel lighter. What? You actually feel relieved by her answer? My brow unfurrows. I'm relieved to hear that. No way! Dr. Daedra, no! I'm relieved to know that my legacy hasn't been completely tarnished. Dr. Daedra, no, do you really trust Angie? She's getting closer!
I want you to know if you have any concerns, you can always come and talk to me.
No, I don't think I
Or
can.
just vent, if it's after hours.
I don't trust you. It almost feels like old times.
We're practically kids again.
I heavily disagree. Hey, wanna come to the arts and crafts room? Wait, isn't that for trainees? So, most of them are in their rooms right now. Even if that's true, I'm not good with... Aw, D. I'm not expecting the next Cloud Gate or anything. It's just to decompress. Fine. Fine, I'll come. Yes. But in return, I get to pick the restaurant for dinner. Oh, so we're eating out again. Just like old times. Just like old times indeed. It's obvious they compete to see who is last and give the last place cybernetics. It gives the last place cybernetics, goes like, well, you see, he was losing, so I did him a favor. Not really. August 13. Bro, if the girl had poor eyesight, why couldn't she wear glasses? You didn't have to tear her eye out and plant a robotic one in. That seems like a bit of a stretch. There's literally medical procedures like LASIK to fix your eyes without what? I wouldn't get it, I feel. Case study report 8-4. Okay. Where conversations with Pavel have continued. Contrary to what I have witnessed during observing his classroom, he has been inquisitive and willing to cooperate with my study in one-on-one interactions. It is my firm belief that Pavel's intelligence is not below the norm. Rather, the teaching methods used by the YTDI are insufficient to engage him. Maybe she was full-on blind, but it was just one eye though. Oh, maybe the other eye was just full-on blind. I don't know. I don't know the specifics of her condition. That's fair. What his instructors have labeled as acting out instead merely appears to be an expression of boredom. Considering the number of children the YTTI has under its roof, I do not believe that Pavel is the only trainee having difficulty with their assignments. I have noted that his squad's instructors rarely encourage creative solutions to exercises and prefer completion of tasks to a set rubric. Standards-based teaching methods have often produced results that look good on a spreadsheet but rarely result in significant information retention or well-developed critical thinking skills. On top of this, children with learning disorders are often left behind. What worries me is that Pavel's antics will often result in his entire class being punished for his actions. The intent behind this measure is to emphasize that the squad is a unit. A failure on one member's part reflects them all. Perhaps this is successful in other squads, but in Pavel's case, all they have managed to do is other him from his peers. Dr. Daedra, okay. Yeah, all they managed to do is isolate him. August 12th. I wasn't prepared for the number of trainees who are happy to be at the YTTI. The number of trainees who were overjoyed because they had clean clothes and sheets. And money doesn't necessarily buy quality, but STOP really isn't cheaping out on their schooling and board. They're practically throwing money at this program, even if the staff sometimes treat the trainees carelessly. The trainees are given a rigorous curriculum of maths, literacy, physical education, and self-defense, but the instruction is cold. I'm not a teacher, but I only learned to love science because a physics teacher told me I'd be a good fit for her club. If she hadn't shown me personal attention, where would I be now? No amount of punishments could have made me Dr. Destrange. It's okay, they're all just gonna become STOP officers. That's what they want anyway. One time, I watched Pavel and his squadron line up to receive the results of their grammar quiz. It wasn't hard for me to guess how well each trainee did. Some shied away from their squad mates, others threw their heads back in relief. But when Pavel arrived at the front of the line... What? I have to do another makeup quiz? But I studied really hard this time. Not hard enough, I'm afraid. The quiz will start at the time I wrote. See you then. No. That's gonna get in the way of my crafting time. Why can't it be? There's no point in throwing a tantrum. You're going to take the makeup quiz at the time I set, whether you like it or not. Now go. It is rude to hold up the rest of your squadron. I don't know how to make that sound. Was all I could think of. Again. That's so inflexible. Alright everyone, 10 minutes penalty. Line up against the whiteboard, quietly. What the hell is wrong with you, bro? Pavel? Sorry, I'm not reading his serial number. It's kind of difficult for me. You'll be in the middle. Shit's rough. Aw man, not again. Oh, this isn't Tree. Okay, this is someone else. They have a different hairstyle. But they all seem very upset. Never surrender to authority. You must resist. You must resist, Pavel. As Pavel dragged his feet to the front of the classroom, I watched the other trainees. Some of them rolled their eyes at him. Others gave him a bitter glare. But given the way the teachers pitted the trainees against Pavel, I wasn't surprised they disliked him. To them, he was dead weight in their squadron, an underperforming troublemaker. And to me, he was... Seeing no one help him, it left an indescribable emptiness in my chest. Children like him aren't dumb. If you treat them this way, they'll learn that their performance determines their worth as a person. I have known college students who have found that level of responsibility overwhelming, but these trainees are elementary schoolers. They need coaching to get things through to them. Frankly, I'm surprised there aren't more stragglers. Yeah, it sucks. You're supposed to be more patient the younger the student is, right? I acknowledge that YTDI is a new program and STOP isn't an educational organization. Growing pains are par for the course. Angie's been listening to my criticisms. She's not stonewalling me, but she's defensive and practice at it. She's always ready to fire off statistics in response. Half of the trainees were illiterate before they came here, now 98% are performing above metrics. Meanwhile, I asked about my own suggestions for the YTDI, and she claims they're in the queue to be heard, and that there's a long chain of command to go through. She is listening to me, but not doing anything about it! Except when it comes to the use of cybernetics. And she says they're helping disabled trainees, but she brushes off their side effects as easily as if they were discussing fringe theories in the classroom. And whenever she does, I can't help but wonder, how are these trainees coping with technology grafted onto their bodies? Did they ask for these enhancements? Do I want my research to be associated with these procedures? Well, I'll try to be patient with Angie for now. Convincing people takes time. Besides, the YTDI has other problems. The trainees sleep in a panopticon. No matter where their rooms are, there will be guards and cameras peering inside. The games, books, and shows they have access to are limited in their themes, and I've seen more than one trainee tense up whenever I pass by their dorm's window. I'm sure the staff are miserable too. The guards eat their meals while they're on duty. The teachers' curriculums are stringent, and it's a wonder that the researchers can see their screens when they're blatantly ignoring what's in front of them. A lot needs to change here, bros. If STOP wants to be its own boarding school division or JROTC program, more power to them. But I wish the YTDI wouldn't be so cavalier with cybernetics, overbearing with security measures, draconian with education. I don't know. The more I think about it, the less I want to write. I hope Angie was right about my suggestions being in the queue. I have this dreadful feeling that change can't come soon enough. D. We're all gonna die, aren't we? The Doom poster reaction. I'm the Doom poster reaction. We're all gonna die, aren't we? Something's gonna go terribly wrong. Because I get the bad vibes, okay? I've been getting like, what do you call it? Like I've been getting Danganronpa vibes in a low-key way. Like killing game vibes. Like that's gonna happen.
Oh, the video camera wasn't on.
Hi, Pavel.
Oopsie.
There you go.
Guess the world will never know the results of our grand Scrattle match, huh?
It looks like. It's quite a shame. Your skills have improved tremendously. But I lost again! Oh well, now we know the result. Well, I was a Scrattle champion. You just learned the rule set a couple of weeks ago. Huh. I mean it. You are very good. I think you could go toe-to-toe with Shreya now. Aha! Have your foolish adults finally re-evaluated my reading ability? Oh wait, I don't think Shreya knows how to play Scrattle. Could you teach her? From what you told me, I think she'd also be a wonderful player. Maybe. I don't know if I'll have time, you know? What do you mean? Did something happen? Oh, he looks sad. Can I tell you a secret? Okay. Don't come in with the I'm dying. Oh no. My teacher asked me to stay behind in class. Oh no, they're gonna force cybernetics onto him. I thought he had spotted me drawing again, but he told me I didn't have to study anymore because one of the researchers had talked to him. Okashi na. That's strange. What did they tell him? Well, they said, I'm gonna go through my first processing. Processing? What is that? I don't know. None of us know. I mean, I know that everyone gets processed event. Bro, this sounds terrible. What the fuck? And that process trainees graduate. And when you graduate, you leave the initiative. That's rather vague. That's what I said. They must be hiding something. I don't know what's gonna happen to me. They're gonna kill you, bro! No way! We can't let that happen! And when I think about it at night, I can't sleep. It makes my skin all prickly. But you want to know what's really strange? None of my squad mates are getting processed with me. Is that unusual? Yeah. We always see other trainees leave for processing in groups of 2 or 3 or 4. Never one. Oh god. Pavel, I'm not stupid. I know why I was picked. 'Cause I doodle in class. 'Cause I forget my homework. 'Cause when it's time for group projects, none of my squad mates want to work with me. And 'cause whenever I try to talk to someone, they always act so tired. Aww. My squad, the other trainees, even my teachers, I know they want me processed. I sense it even when they don't speak to me. Because they all hate me. No! I don't think that's... Daedra, let's not lie here, okay? Shreya doesn't hate you. She's in a different squad. She doesn't have to be around me when we do class. If she was always getting punished because of me, well, I like it too. How about that? You're just saying that because of your case study thing. No, I mean it. Yeah, I mean, like, you don't just spend, like, Daedra has, in context, just spent, what, it's August and she started in May. She spent 3 months with you. How could she not like you? If she didn't like you, she would have picked a different person, right? You're a talented artist. Your excitement is infectious. You're much smarter than people give you credit for, and I think you're lovely just the way you are. Oh, he smiled. But he's sad again. No! We can't let him get processed. That sounds terrible. Can I ask you something? Go right ahead. Yes? Could you visit me as soon as my first processing is over? Of course. I mean, my case study requires it. Pinky swear? Yeah, pinky swear. And if you break your promise, we'll swallow 1,000 needles. That's what they say, right? You can, break my finger? Huh? Really? No, that's not how it... Please don't. But I will come for you. I'll come back for you, no matter what. Oh god, the next time I see him, he's not gonna be him anymore. I'm worried. Processing sounds...
Promise.
That sounds so, like, nerve-wracking. Processing sounds like he's gonna get forcibly, like, given, like, those prosthetic shit. And low-key, processing is making me think of processed food, so it's really not going in a good direction mentally. Phone notification. Daedra, did you censor anything with your tux with Tan? From what I can read, she's far from honest. Angie isn't some zealot. She's a brilliant scientist and a dear friend. I just need a little time to get her on my side. It's been 3 months! When I said she was rigid, I wasn't kidding. But you know, talking to her made me think. If we rebuild the YTDI from the inside out, this could be a net positive for children everywhere. 4 months ago, you were afraid the YTDI would leave you with a foul legacy. That your research on cybernetic sync rates would make you the mother of cyborg children. Now you want to rebuild the YTDI? If they got rid of the cybernetics, I'm confident that STOP could turn the YTDI into a competent institution. Competent institutions don't feed kids lab script. I'm not gonna burn everything down for a better future. It's not incompatible with what you want, Iris. Think, Daedra! Think! STOP is a security organization, not a charity. They offer peace of mind for sale. They'll do anything to keep the world leaders lining their pockets. Why else would they be enhancing children except for their own benefits? I don't know, Daedra. I've been on Iris' side this whole ass time. They only give cybernetics to the physically disabled trainees. I doubt those trainees asked for them. This argument is unproductive, Iris. Look, let's say YTDI was shut down tomorrow, like you clearly want it to be. Where would all of the trainees go? Who else would have the resources and will to take them all in? STOP didn't make the YTDI with kind intentions, I can tell you that much. Don't be so conspiratorial. Conspiratorial, my bad. Don't be so blind. Your research built the foundations for this program. I know. Then speak up. Oh my god, Iris is so right, Daedra. You are trying too hard to see the good in Angie for the sake of yeah, I said conspiratorial wrong. August 29. You're trying too hard to see the good in Angie for the sake of your old friendship and shit. This is clearly going in a terrible direction, Daedra. And you're the only one who isn't seeing it. Okay, study report of the 14th. It's on hold as Pavel is undergoing processing. Observations of Pavel's former squad have continued in the meantime with little to report. Without Pavel's presence, the classroom time is quiet and proceeds evenly. Conducted short interviews with trainees in his cohort, anxiety about future graduations is high. Currently seeking clearance to visit Pavel in recovery. Will update once I have the opportunity to do so. Dr. Destrange. August 20th. Where could Pavel have gone? The security board told me it would be at least another week before he would return. Of course, they didn't mention anything about processing. Processing? It sounds scientific, but it could mean practically anything. If it happens to involve cybernetics... No, there's only so much they can do before puberty. It should be minor. Maybe even... Oh my god, she's coping. Why am I even still trying to rationalize this? I have deferred to stop and all its excuses despite me having the proof right in front of me. They want to use my research to modify children. Why? I don't know, and frankly it doesn't matter. If YTTI really was serving the greater good, why have Angie and her coworkers acted so evasive, so secretive? I can't afford to be humble or gracious or cowardly anymore. This took so long for you, bro! I know more about cybernetics than every other researcher in the department put together. And yet, I allowed myself to be cowed. I acted respectably. I never caused a scene because I cared much more about appeasing Stop than doing the right thing. I can't look away anymore. So they shouldn't be able to either. I'll finish my reports, thrust it in their faces, and see what they've wrought. I'll be diplomatic, even if it means biting my tongue. And I'll write this. All cybernetics have limitations. If Pavel is being modified, the most they could do is enhance his optic nerves. Still invasive and perverse, but once he's endured the anesthesia and intense PT regimens, it ultimately wouldn't affect his daily life. They wouldn't risk harming a valuable young subject with anything more extreme. Right? Hopefully, the worst will be over. Pavel's still alive. Once he's gone through processing, I'll make every effort to place him in an environment better suited to a child his age. But first, I must think of an appropriate recovery gift. Something I can fit in my lab coat pockets. D. Oh, brother, this is not gonna... Oh, there are no interviews because he's... Oh! What is this CD? Should I have opened my cell phone first? Interview with S1474. Oh, is this Shri? August 20. Oh, I guess you talk to Shri instead because Pavel's not around. Or is this someone else? It's gotta be Shri though. Yeah, it's Shri. Hi, Shri. Thank you for speaking with me. I'm sorry, by the way, about how sudden all of this is.
It's okay. I can always do my homework tomorrow morning.
Though I might not finish before class starts. Ah, your teachers already know about your interview today. They agreed to give you an extension. I didn't know they gave extensions. They've never given them before? No. Silly little hand here. So real for that. In my squad, we're supposed to move at the same pace as each other. Like a flock of birds, right? So an extension for someone who falls behind is... From what your teachers have told me, it looks like you are the leader among your squadron. I got the impression that they didn't expect a misassignment to deter you. Does that make you feel better? Good. Then, please introduce yourself.
My name is Trainee S4-174.
Oh. You told me your name the first time we met. Why not now?
I didn't want C0-458 to feel alone.
Oh, I see. What was your life like before you joined the YTDI? You don't have to talk about anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. It was very far away from here. I see. Thank you. I'll move on. Question 2. Are you getting along with your squadron? Honestly? Please. Honestly, I feel like I'm trapped inside glass. My squad mates see me. They know I exist, but they don't know how to reach me. And to be honest, I don't know how to reach them either. She's so cute with the Manhattan Cafe hairstyle. Yeah, true, right? She's so cute. It probably doesn't help that they're weirded out by my arm. Oh, that was an intentional design shot. My bad. None of my squad mates aren't missing anything. It doesn't help. It doesn't stop kids in other squads from getting along. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Or maybe it's that lady. The one with the messy hair and the dangly earrings. You mean Angie? Dr. Tan? What does she... She likes to meet me after class. Ask me how I'm doing with homework. Have me write or carry things for a few minutes. Sometimes she'll take a roll of measuring tape and wrap it around my arm. She's trying to give you a cybernetic arm! And if I do well, she'll pat my head and give me candy. I thought candy was practically contraband around here. I don't mind any of that, but... Every time Dr. Angie takes me aside, she and my teachers tell my squad mates to follow my example. And I think some of them are jealous of that. Why do they keep doing this? And how do you feel about that? Sick to my stomach. I don't like working. Yeah, real for that. I don't like being in the spotlight. They call me a hard worker, but I'm just trying to escape notice. Just trying to avoid arguments, fights, the other kids. And my squad mates drag me into their messes anyway. They want Dr. Angie's attention. They want to be praised. They want candy, and they all want to be someone's favorite. My class scares me, Dr. Daedra. You don't have to talk about them anymore if you don't want to. Please. Well then, what do you think of C0458? Pavel. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm not saying that twice. I like him. He's my best friend. He told me the same thing. That makes me really happy. When I first came to the YTDI, he was my assigned roommate. As soon as I entered my dorm, he marched over and swung his hand up to greet me. He had this big goofy grin on his face. Hey, Chi, hi, Slater, welcome in. They like each other. Sheesh, sana all. I've seen it before. Strangers that act friendly. Bad people with fake smiles that are trying to get something from you. And I didn't know what he wanted from me. So for the first few weeks, I tried to avoid him as much as possible. Finding a quiet corner in the library. Hiding in a bush in the middle of the courtyard. I thought he'd get tired of it after a couple of days. But somehow, he'd always find me anyway.
One day, I couldn't stand it anymore.
Did you get mad at him?
So I just asked him,
Oh.
why do you keep bugging me? And you know what he told me?
Because I like you. I don't know. What did he tell you?
You look lonely.
Aww.
I want to be your friend. He wasn't hiding anything. He didn't want anything from me.
Just wanted to be your friend.
Somehow, I could just tell he was sincere.
So he was also having problems with the squad. And that's how you two became close? Yes, that was her nod. And after that, I stuck with C0458 whenever I could. Playing games with him, writing stories together, and sometimes we just sit in silence and read books from the library. I owe a lot to C0458. Yeah, Nah, just say Pavel is fine. Because of him, my dorm's the one place I don't feel like I'm walking on eggshells. But they processed him. Is something wrong? The camera? But they processed him. It's gotta be. It's a standard model video, but no audio. There's no need to worry. It won't pick up anything we say. Really? But in class, we're told they have microphones. Some of them do technically, but the mic's still limited in range, so it'll only record poor sound quality. And since fixing poor sound is expensive and time-consuming, stop usually keeps the mics off. I see. Do you want to continue? I'm worried about C0458. You've been watching over him, right? Yes. So you've seen how they treat him in class? Yes. If you say a bad student, you'll get a nasty punishment. One that'll change your life forever. That's what everyone whispers. When I first heard the rumor, I was terrified. I didn't want C0458 to... Not after everything he did for me. So, I tried helping him after school. I taught him how to concentrate in boring classes or fake it. We read through textbooks together. I even wrote him sheets of study notes. But no matter how hard he tried to get better, he kept getting picked on. And even though he was improving, they kept singling him out and they just kept bullying him. They suck. And then he told me he was getting processed. Do you know what that means? No. But after he said it, he didn't want to look at me anymore.
They took him away last week.
I sure hope he's not gonna return dead, bro.
Everything's so quiet.
It's so eerie.
He's not flipping through comic books, or scribbling on his desk, or rummaging through my box of hairbands.
Oh, she's crying.
Am I a bad friend for thinking he's being punished right now?
No, you're not. I think that's what's happening too. I wish I knew what to say. Aren't you a doctor? Don't you know what's happening to him? I'm sorry. I'm as much in the dark as you are. But knowing C0458, I'm sure he'll be okay. He's a strong boy. You think so? I know so. He is the center of my case study after all. I hope you're right. I think we'll conclude our interview here. You look tired. Do I? Honestly, you look like you're about to fall asleep. Maybe. Would a parting gift help cheer you up? I have a pack of scented stickers. Here, choose whichever you want.
Thank you, but I'll be alright.
Oh, you really don't want one? I thought they were cool.
Don't worry about me. Dr. Angie has me covered.
Not Dr. Angie!
Save them.
Don't trust her.
For Pavel.
Don't trust Dr. Angie, please. Please, please don't trust Dr. Angie. She's not thinking about you. She's thinking about the research shit, bro. Hey, Iris. He's in processing. I won't get to see him for at least another week. Thought there'd be more time. He's still so small. Is there anything you know about this processing, Iris? Please tell me it's only skin deep. I'm sorry. I never oversaw any of the projects directly. By the time Y2DI was founded, I was already on the way out. Surely you have something on it, Iris. I know you. You keep tabs on everything. Not on this. Processing was kept under especially tight wraps at the YTDI. And as you've guessed it, it is a step related to cybernetic enhancements, but beyond that, I should have done something. I should have used my authority, my expertise to intervene before it was too late. Instead, I just stood by on the sidelines and never even raised my voice. I know I've been critical sometimes, harsh even, but I think this would have gone ahead anyways no matter what you did. Really? From my impression of these people? Definitely. How encouraging. Listen, I was given a polite exit, but your name still carries weight at stop. Your case study is compelling and detailed. I have no doubt that little boy is gonna be more than happy to see you again once he's out there. Out of there. You just need to save your strength for the right time. And when that time comes, don't take no for an answer. Thank you, Iris. I just hope I'm not too late. I can't believe Iris didn't come in with the I fucking told you so. Because low-key, I thought she might have gone in that direction, bro. I fucking told you so, bro. I've been telling you all that. Is this another interview or are we time skipping now? Oh, it's another interview with Pavel. Oh, is this after his processing? I have a bad feeling. Oh god, it's after his processing 29. I have a bad feeling about this. Pavel?
Good
Pavel?
afternoon, CO458.
I see you're back from processing.
Dr. Deidre?
Hello, Vietcong fighters. Welcome in. Thank you for dropping by.
You came!
You sound surprised. I promised you I'd visit, didn't I? Yeah, but... It's been a really long week. Where are your legs? Is this normal? Is he really just a really short boy? Where are the rest of his legs? Am I overthinking this? I was kind of worried if you'd forgotten. Never. Maybe I'm overthinking this. What's this on the floor? Oh, it's just a puzzle piece. Shreya was working on finishing it while I was gone. But when I was wheeled it back in, it got trampled on. Wheeled back in? Shri wasn't happy about that. I can imagine. That's horrible, actually, right? Here, I got you something. I figured you'd need a pick-me-up after processing. Is that chips? Or is that candy? Whoa, there's snacks from outside. I promise they taste nothing like script. I didn't even know they made food so colorful. It's gotta be candy. And tasty. Glad I picked out something good. So, what have you been up to since processing? Just resting? Well, I'm trying, but Shri keeps bringing me classwork. I thought I didn't have to study anymore. That's very rude of them. I'm sorry, C0458. You know, I've been thinking, you don't have to call me that. Just call me Pavel. Yeah, I agree. For the sake of the case study, I shouldn't break protocol. Did you break protocol for the gummies? Alright. I'm sorry, Pavel. Huh, much better. Is having a proper name important for you? Indeed it is! It's a big deal for you too. Not just anybody gets to call me by my true name. Can't say no to gummies. True. Oh? Yeah. It's like I'm letting you use it. You and Shri, no one else. You're my inner circle. You get to know my secret identity. Like a superhero, huh? Exactly like a superhero. I'm concerned because like he's got those eye bags under his eyes. He's so tired. Got it. I'll keep it hush-hush then. And every time he opens his eyes, it's like it's swollen. Yeah, because it's got the red. Have you been outside this room since processing? No. When I said I was bedridden earlier, I wasn't exaggerating? Thanks. You always got the right word for me. But yeah, being bedridden is really starting to bug me. It's like I've got a house cold. You mean cabin fever? Whatever. They're the same thing anyways. What happened during processing? Well, it was kind of like getting my teeth cleaned. Like one moment, I'm laying on this long hard table, and they got this big light over me. It kinda looked like a spider with a bunch of eyes and legs. The light was super bright underneath, and I was surrounded by all these doctors in white uniforms and masks. I was told to count down from 60, and so I did. But I fell asleep before I could finish anesthesia. And then I woke up and... I wasn't overthinking! He lost his legs! Oh my god! I knew it! I was staring at the fucking... I was staring at the blanket and I said there's no way. There's no way. And they really fucking chopped it. What the fuck? What? What happened? Was there something wrong with your legs? Wrong? No. Nothing was wrong with them, but now they can give me better legs. You know, an upgrade. Better ones? It's so fucking bloody too. What the fuck? It's been 1 week since they did that. Hello? Ones that'll let me run faster or jump higher. Like a real superhero, you know? Legs are like a state of mind. No! Really, it's okay. If I just practice hard. I believe you, Pavel. You don't have to move. Please. No! I hate stop. You're very brave. You know that, Pavel? Of course I'm brave. Brave like a hero. Here, hide these under your pillow.
Make them count. I'll be back in a week. Promise.
Oh god, is he even gonna be here in a week? I'm so fucking scared right now. See? See you again, Dr. Daedra. No. No! I hate stop. I hate you, Angie. Let's fight, Angie. I can't be a part of this. No one should be a part of this. It's not enough to leave. The fact that anything like this could happen in a modern facility. Maybe it was naive to think that a one case study could fix stop. If so, what then? What now? Is this why you became a supervillain, Dr. Danger? What's happening? Oh, September 9th. Okay. Time skipping. Oh, it's dark. Okay. Case study report 9-3. I'm absolutely appalled at the YTDI's decision to perform major amputation on trainee Pavel. Improvements in synchronization rates are irrelevant. This technology was only ever intended for use in adults, save for rare exceptions. The relatively static state of an adult body allows for easier construction of prosthetics, and only a mentally mature individual can reasonably be expected to endure the inevitable side effects of cybernetic implantation. Let me be clear, rejection symptoms are not a risk, they are an inevitability. For all the advancements in biotech over the past few decades, there have not been enough to stop the body from revolting against artificial neurons when they are stitched to its muscles, or from realizing that the hunk of polyurethane and silicon in its skull is not part of its gray matter. Medication can suppress the body's immune response and stave off seizures, but it is a patch and not a long-term solution. Despite these facts, Pavel was approved for a full transfemoral amputation and implant preparation procedure. I cannot conceive of a scenario that justifies the callous removal of 2 completely healthy limbs from a young child. The fact remains that Pavel's quality of life has been significantly impacted for no reason beyond YTDI's goals. If this is a level to which YTDI is allowed to conduct itself, then it is clear to me that STOP has become little better than the organizations it has once worked to squash. And there is no theoretical threat or future crime that justifies what I have witnessed. If this is what my research is now supporting, then I would have rather never pursued it in the first place. Dr. Daedra Destrange. Come on, completely vent in your diary, please. They took his legs. As if stripping him of his name wasn't enough, they ripped his legs off his body. Why? I can't think of any good reason for this. Pavel, sunlight that he is, said that they planned to give him better ones. He even tried to prove it in spite of the pain. And the worst part is, it's not over. He hasn't graduated yet. The last time I tried to visit him, he had been taken back for further processing. I had to find out from Shreya, of all people. The guards barely seemed to care. Asking about his absence was like asking about garbage being taken out a day earlier. Someone else did the work, so they didn't need to know. They all said this while looking at me with that expression they always bore on duty. One of malaise. I don't know what that means. Of superiority. Of contempt. Okay, great, thanks. Funny how they press the kids to be smilingly obedient while the adults look like bored children. When I entered the room, I noticed a distinct coldness in the air. Shreya looked awful. Had she been eating properly? She seemed so frail. If she was taken to the operating table now, her chances of survival... I had to leave stop. And YTTI has to go with me. I don't want this, any of this, to be my legacy. As if. What's an academic supposed to do against an intergovernmental organization with unlimited resources and an ever-growing supply of cybernetic muscle? Maybe I can follow Iris's example. This case report will be my indictment of stop. My voice should still carry enough importance to damn it on the way out of the door. But if I try to make an impact with my exit instead of leaving quietly, what will happen next? If I say anything about those cages the kids were kept in, the courts will bury me and I'll have to hope that stop doesn't single me out extrajudicially. And if they do, I'll have to kiss my future academic opportunities goodbye. But so what? They can't expect me to keep quiet after everything I've seen. That one conversation with Angie still makes my blood boil. What the fuck did Angie say now? We were observing a physical education class. The kids were told to run laps to the point of exhaustion. And knowing the YTDI, they were probably forced to run past that point for research purposes. And while teachers were tending to them, Angie leaned over and whispered to me, "Look at how strong they're growing. Healthy, smart, and tough as nails. Isn't it incredible?" Then she looked back at the back ranks and soured. But there are still stragglers. Gotta iron out all the kinks eventually. And after she said that, she turned her back to me. You know, if the squadron were enrolled in a public school, some PSHE teacher would have been coddling them by now. None of them would ever know just how much they could achieve with just a little more pressure, with just one more push from someone who knows how much they can take. Back in school, I knew this kid. Born with a hole in her heart, maybe some large ASD. They had it rough, but they persevered, didn't pity themselves, had pride. But the teachers insisted on coddling them, watching them hand and foot, carrying their books, giving them extra exam time, letting them skip phys ed. The adults around them let their condition define their life. By the time we graduated, I barely recognized them. Ended up more ghost than person. If I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't let them fail themselves like that. Does she think we're still friends? I've been speaking to her less and less. By now she's basically talking to herself. And I hate seeing her inner ugliness rear its head. Girl, I told you Angie was sus from the moment I spoke to her. Like, very first, she failed the vibe check instantly, girl. What the hell? As soon as Pavel's healthy enough to graduate, I'll make my move. But I'm not leaving stop without him. T. Oh god. I got my 2 weeks notice lined up with Pavel's estimated graduation. The moment he's out of the system, I'm taking him and leaving. Smartest thing you've said in a while. I agree, Iris. Do you have any concerns? It's possible they won't let him graduate. Promises for services don't mean much to people who mutilate children. If my case study is half as explosive as I'm hoping it to be, it's not the kind of thing that Stop will let circulate for long. Well, there's plenty of people out there willing to listen to you. Not after I slander an internationally beloved crime-fighting organization. We don't have much friends or in PR or allies in the media. It would be easy to paint me as another disgruntled former employee, disappointed with a lack of direction in her career and looking for a book deal. Sorry, Daedra. I wish I could tell you that won't happen. But even if things do go to shit on your end, allow me to give you a silver lining. When Pavel gets out, and he will, you can bring him here. That's the place for malviolence! Iris. Once upon a time, this was a garage. Then, it was an unrealized research lab with some living quarters. Now, it's yours. It's no 5-star hotel, but it's not too bad this time of year. There's even a river nearby. I don't know what to say. You're just giving that to me? What did you expect? I'm a very wealthy woman with very few hobbies. I would have ended up renting it out, even if I remembered it was here. I like the interior design. True. Much better for you two to get some use out of it. Thank you, Iris. I really mean... I I already owe you so much. I feel like this might have been obvious, or it should have been obvious to me. So this means that Pavel is caution. I already owe you so much. Hey, the place isn't that big. I'll keep that in mind. You better. I don't want to hear any complaints about it being cramped down the line. Stay safe, Daedra. I'll try. Bro, this shit is gonna go to shit. 100%. It's gonna go to shit. Pavel is gonna suffer so bad. And... well, if Pavel is caution, I at least have the slight peace of mind that he is not gonna die. And hi, Rieger. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh god. Nothing to it but to do it. I'm going to drink water as we load into the next scene. Oh my god. September 9th, 2070 something. Oh god. Quick footsteps.
Whoa, D.
You, Angie. I'm hurting my voice by saying that after all that. What? Oh no, I... Wake me up when September ends. Well, I was just looking for Pavel. I can't find him anywhere. Pavel? Who's... Oh. C0458. Well, it's okay. I'm certain he's around somewhere. I mean, he's very safe here. It's not like he could have just wandered off. I mean, yeah, you fucking chopped up his legs, you bitch. Of course not. And yes, it's very safe here. I'm... What? I'm not convinced any of this is necessary. You're talking about the processing? For starters. The post-op is never going to look pretty. You know that. You've seen it thousands of times. On soldiers, volunteers, adults. You didn't see the places we pulled these kids out of. Filthy, overcrowded, underfunded. This facility is very clean and very well funded. That doesn't make it right. Whatever your justifications are, I'm not sure I appreciate you. What the fuck? You think you can talk to me like... This Angie chick's gonna make me crash out, bro. I hate her. We've been nothing but transparent with you from the beginning. No, you haven't! Okay. We've given you complete access to our building, our resources, and even our subjects. I had to fight for you, you know. Then why wasn't I notified about Pavel's processing? Maybe you weren't on the right mailing list. There are no conspiracies here, Dee. You, of all people, had to have known exactly what the initiative's goals are. Angie, Look, I'm not in the mood to argue medical ethics with you in the goddamn hallway. In C0458's in recovery. He's fine. What? How?
This isn't some back alley surgeon for hire operation. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, but you're still a bitch. Let's personal feelings take over. You don't just pick up kids from an orphanage, go like, ah, well, you're a fucking failure, and then chop their legs off and go like, we'll make you better. That's not how this works.
Oh?
Pavel? Oh no. Oh god. I'm afraid of what I might see. I'm hearing... Oh god. Oh god, she said the exact same thing I said. It must be bad. Your head? Oh my god, what did they do to his head? Your hair. Your eye. It's...
Dr. Daedra?
I can't see it. I can't bear to see it. Symmetry. Okay, let's get the symmetry. No, but I have a feeling I know what this looks like based on like the images that we saw near the end of Malviolence. This was one of the images, wasn't it? In like one of the final puzzles. I missed. In like one of the final puzzles, I think I know what this looks like, and knowing the context is so much worse. No, not like this. Pavel, wait. I I've got you. I just stay right there. Oh my god, oh my god, what did they do to his head? Has anybody been here to take care of you? Oh. Well, I think so. Shreya's been here at night a few times. Hasn't said much though. I pretend to be asleep because I think she might be scared of me now. She's probably worried about you. I'll go and talk to her, okay? Okay. I really don't want to upset her. You don't have to worry about upsetting anyone, okay? You haven't done anything wrong. How are you feeling? I don't know. Tired and weird. It's alright. I'm scared. My graduation is soon and I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen. What else they'll do to me. Just close your eyes for me, okay? Pavel? Ah, he's asleep. Oh my god, don't scare me like that. You told him to close his eyes and then he didn't respond. Oh my god. He's probably cautioned, but holy shit. Fuck you! Stop, you fucking— I hope the third game is us taking down Stop. I fucking hate— They're going to tear him apart. Rearrange him again and again. And not just him. All the other trainees here. All the other children yet to come. Over and over. And for what? This is my fault. My research laid the foundation for this. My reputation funded this. I let this happen. Your graduation is— No! I did this. Not me, the game! There has to be something I can do. No, I have to do something. Something more than writing words on a goddamn page. That's it. I'll break him out. Prevent him from graduating. Burn this program down to the ground as we leave. At this point, this isn't even a call for justice. It's just plain cause and effect. And they called her a supervillain because they are writing history, I guess. September 16. No, Chi, don't I'm not graduating! It's the game! Okay, study report. 9-9. Met with Pavel today. Engaged in normal conversation and activities with the subject. Pavel became tired shortly into the session and the visit was cut short after about an hour. His temperature and blood pressure were higher than normal levels during the visit, recommending an increase in immunosuppressant dosage. Recovery otherwise appears to be on pace with the expected timeline. September 9th. I'm going to destroy my life's work. They'll have to update the textbooks. A small footnote at the bottom of the page in the back of the index. Dr. Daedra Destrange went on to commit multiple terrorist acts. We in no way, shape, or form approve of her blah 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 blah. Fine by me, so long as they leave my name in. A curious kid might go search the internet for that crazy lady's name. Find the case reports written by her and give it a read. Better a pariah who speaks the truth than a diligent researcher who can't stand to look at it. I'm scared, Chi. I know where this is going because this is a prequel, but it's like I knew where it was going, but it doesn't change for how I feel, right? It doesn't change that it's so fucked up. As I walk through the YTTI's halls, my stomach drops as whenever I pass the spots I'll rig. Though the guards just stand around, glower at the kids, they're still combat-ready professionals. More than a match for little old me. If they ever catch on to my plans, they could drop me before I could even enter the building. Funny. I haven't even feared others since being able to hear my thoughts. Being able to hear my thoughts since I was in college. I remember feeling guilty when I learned about thermal runaway on lithium-ion batteries. When I realized how easily this knowledge could be reapplied, I was convinced there was something wrong with me. Maybe I was right back then. Compared to my usual work, making bombs is dead simple. I spent most of my time planning how I'd space out the fertilizer purchases. Looking back on it, smuggling Pavel's snacks made it for a fine trial run. I have a surefire proof that the guards won't be able to check me. So why am I still so anxious? If it's not my legacy, it's not the process itself. Am I afraid of what will happen to Pavel after all of this? I can house him thanks to Iris. I have the money. I can cook. But there's so much I don't know about Pavel. How will I care for his medical needs? How will I educate him? Will freeing him doom him to a life in hiding? And Shreya. And the other children. Every other poor soul that's been victimized by this program. Where will they go once I'm gone? Even if I could house them all, they wouldn't be free to leave. Not with stop on their tail. I'd just remove them from a spacious sail to a cramped one. A cramped one next to a river. Still. I'd never forgive myself if I left Pavel behind. My research led to him getting hurt. I won't let that happen again. I've done all the planning I can. For now, I think a eulogy to a life of service is in order. To my colleagues, the good ones. I hope you've been working from home. To the rest, you've got no right to complain about what comes next. And to stop? This is war. Plant any more seeds and I'll salt the earth. D. Oh my god. Let's go. Lock in. Iris, we're about to ruin our lives. Do you think I'm doing the right thing? I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I just want to get Pavel out. Aren't you doing precisely that? Yes. But there is a growing list of asterisks. I can't save the other children. The numbers just don't work. And how does that make you feel? Like garbage. Where will they go? They know nothing about the real world. Kids are tougher than you think. Not tougher than stop. You'd be surprised. They'll adapt. That doesn't make me feel any better. I doubt anything could right now. What about a confession? I wanted all this. The recognition, the respect, the budgets, the pay. You know, before I came to Stop, I took 5 internships in one summer. I barely got my foot out the door before I added them to my CV and never looked back. And? We all do. That's the game we play. Shit. Iris really just went, shit, man, that's life. I liked playing that game. I was good at it. And then a sizable cowardly portion of me just doesn't want to give it up. Are you worried? Do you worry about Dr. Tan and the rest? Despite myself? Yes. And that's just the kind of person you are. In case we don't get the chance to reconnect for a while, let me say this. Every system falls apart eventually. It's entropy. Forest fires are natural and healthy. Stop is no exception. If people are horrified by your findings and your methods, that's for the best. They'll quit. They'll leave in droves. And you'll have gotten them out of a dark hole. And if I hurt people, then you'll just have to make up for it. And the kids, they'll be strong. Even if their new lives aren't as cushy or clean, they'll be lives that they choose for themselves. Again, that's not reassuring. I know. Very little is right now. You have a lot to answer for, D. You're already a history maker. From here on, I'm sure you'll be making history in a good way. Try to remember that when you eat breakfast with Pavel. Then, this is goodbye? It has to be. But you'll be in my home. I'll be there in some way. In fact, the sheets might still smell like me. Iris, Rose. Apologies, I couldn't help myself. But you don't need me anymore. You'll do good. You always have. Thank you. Take care now. You are always my star pupil, Daedra. I trust you'll remember me as your mentor and friend. Hopefully, when you're retired and peacefully birdwatching. Goodbye. I'll miss you, Dr. Kai. Damn. Fucking callback to the start of the game where couldn't reassure each other again. I'm the one who knocks. Oh god, here we go. I think this is the end of the game already. Shit, I feel bad though, because Dr. Daedra dies later on. September 9. She dies before the start of malviolence. I feel bad about that. She wasn't a bad person after all. We were just in the POV of the other side.
Hello, Pavel.
Oh, good afternoon, Dr. Daedra.
Feeling alright? Me? I took a lot more than this to... It's okay. You can be honest. Does your graduate training not go well? It was scary. Scary and confusing. Could you tell me what happened? What was training like? Well, they've been running tests on the chip they put in my head. When it turns on, it's like my brain's being squeezed into a box or a minecart. It can only go on tracks. That does sound scary. Yeah. I had to do all those stupid reflex exercises, and after that they made me solve math problems and other dumb stuff. All while they looked at me over their clipboards and data pads. So far I've been doing good. I was doing everything they wanted, and even when it felt weird, it felt like somebody was looking over my shoulder, only that the shoulder wasn't there and that somebody was me. And someone else was moving my body. Speaking for me. Speaking for me like it wasn't my body anymore. I was just so scared. It was gross and strange and... Deep breaths, Pavel. And... I couldn't take it anymore. I did something bad. I was upset. I couldn't help it. I couldn't. Pavel? Pavel! Oh my god. I've got you, Pavel. I've got you. You're safe. I'm gonna call emergency services right now. You'll be okay. I promise. What's happening? Is he having a bad, like, reaction to stuff? Shit. He's on this side. There's nothing in his way, and I have a timer set for 5 minutes. I've done everything I can. Why isn't the emergency call button working? It's worked for another trainee. I've seen it before. The maintenance team always checks it. If there's something wrong with his... No. They wouldn't. They wouldn't dare. They did it on purpose, did they? Dr. Daedra?
Pavel? It's okay, Pavel. It's okay. I'm here.
You had a seizure, but you're safe. I've cleaned you up. It's okay. I don't like how small he's looking.
Why?
Aww.
Why did they do this to me? Why?
He is caution.
They want to hurt me. They want to punish me, don't they? It's because I'm broken. That's why they want to fix me to be like the other kids.
No.
I can't stay alive, and I never will. They're gonna keep taking me apart until I break. Taking me apart piece by piece like this forever.
Pavel, you have to calm down for me, alright? You're gonna make yourself sick.
But
It'll be okay. It's over now. I'll make sure they won't hurt you anymore. I mean it. Okay. 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 Aww. Dr. Danger, you weren't a bad guy after all. I give Babel a glass of water to sip. His hands are shaking, so I hold the water for him. After that, I help him into bed, tuck him in, and wish him good night. Stroke the little amount of hair left on his head, and then I close the door behind me and walk out of the room. The door behind me clicks shut. I don't have the words to describe what I just witnessed, but I don't need a 10-page paper to sum up what I feel. Disgust. They took away his medication. His medication! How in any world is that justifiable as punishment? He could have died! Pavel gets hammered down because he sticks out, but any kids would do the same. If he's suffering like this, then there's no doubt other trainees are... I need to talk to Angie. Now. I can't believe she's overlooked this for so long. Before I leave for good, I need to look her into the eyes and try to make her see this is not gonna do anything. I don't think so. Angie's doing this, and she feels like she's doing the right thing. I find Angie at the bridge, gazing at the courtyard below. She looks just like she did the first day I came here. She hasn't changed at all. As I approach, she turns to give me an unreadable look. For a moment, I barely recognize her. For a moment, part of me wants to believe she's someone else entirely.
I imagine you're here to talk about C0458.
I pause. That was unusually direct of her. What do you mean? It's the 21st century, D. I've got cameras in every room. I suddenly remember Shreya. Her gazing up at the corner of the room, her dark eyes wide with fear. You were watching that whole time? She blinks. So you saw how I called for help? You saw him go into seizure because he wasn't given his medication? We don't know that. A lot of trainees hate taking it. They'll put it under their tongue or... That's bullshit and you know it! These are your precious test subjects. Invaluable troves of medical data, and thank you for the hydrate redeem. If you wanted to, you could get a doctor to any room in this building in seconds. What are you suggesting? It's not a suggestion. You're punishing him for what happened during his graduate training. There is a long silence. The tension in the air twists my stomach in knots. She's choosing her next words very carefully, pasting them in her mouth, rolling them around like a boiled sweet. Nostalgia laps at me for a moment, a warm pool at the back of my mind. She used to do this before her research presentations, worrying the inside of her cheek as she waited my feedback. Maybe you're right. But does it matter, Dee? She doesn't look back. Excuse me? Does it matter what happened to C0458 that much? Once he passes graduate training, he's got a stable career set out ahead of him. He won't want for food, housing, or guidance. I can't believe what I'm hearing. In exchange for his legs, his brain, his individuality. Individuality?
What are you, a teenager? Everyone's gotta grow up sometime.
I hate this bitch. I bite down on my tongue. As much as I want to, cursing her won't get me anywhere.
What's happening isn't complicated, Dee. You've gotten too attached to your subject of research.
What's happening is that you've lost all morality here. You are experimenting on children.
You've lost sight of your objectivity. That's all. Happens to the best of us sometimes.
Please tell me Angie dies. Please, please, please die. Please die, Angie. She turned to look back at me, but she isn't seeing me. She's done talking. Guys, I hope Angie dies at the end of this game. The feeling is mutual. I hope Angie dies. I hope she dies when we escape with Pavel. Please. Earlier in the day, I had printed out my case study. I had intended to go through it with a red pen. That night, I fed it to the shredder page by page. Months of work gone in moments. It was the best I'd felt in ages. You've said it, now she'll live forever. Fuck this bitch. October 1st. In a matter of minutes, I'm going to burn down my entire career. Maybe it's fitting that the planning it had reminded me of how I first designed my first cybernetic hand, linking each step to the next like titanium phalanges. While I filed documents, I studied the blind spots in the security. I learned where patrols didn't visit often and where security cameras couldn't cover in their room. I participated in fire drills to search for evacuation routes so that I could avoid them. Fighting back against the YTTI's electronic security was almost easier. Stopping rebels and terrorists back in Stop's heyday had given me a healthy perspective on tech security. DNA signatures, like the ones attached to our keycards, could be spoofed, and an electric lock was useless once you cut its power. I went through every step. I expected someone to stop me. A guard who'd catch me leaving packages in a dark corner, or a lab tech who would find the files I was taking out suspicious. But no one noticed. Even when I slipped into the security room to inject a virus into their systems, I told the staff I was doing an inspection. They looked the other way. Maybe they live hand-to-mouth lives. Maybe they hate the YTDI as much as I do, and want to see it burn to the ground. Whatever the truth is, I'm not interested in psychoanalyzing lower-level staff. I have one job, and I intend to see it through. You can do a lot with a pipe bomb. I hope it kills Angie, please. I know her intention is to allow the kids to escape as well, but I hope Angie doesn't make it. Getting Pavel will be simple. I'll enter his room through a small door in the back. No one will suspect me. They think I'm conducting another checkup. Just another inane interview to pad out my case study. Escaping will be a much more complicated task. The security cameras are disabled. The safety alarms rewired. The escape routes plotted. If things go pear-shaped, there's pyrotechnics I've set up ahead of time. But once I trigger the siren, I can't protect who or what will get in the way. My heart's pounding feverishly, my brain's swirling with phases and countermeasures and backups. I'm painfully aware of every step and every breath I take. Because once I open the dorm room door, there is no going back. I still have a way out. I can leave this all behind and go back to my old life. Cut ties but stop quickly. Retire quietly to a bucolic existence with honors and accolades to my name. Bury my regret and rage in the back of a well-tended flower bed. But you're not gonna do that. But if I don't open this door, Pavel will continue suffering. He might not survive graduation. And even if he does, he'll become a nameless drone, a shell of a person marching through life armed with the clockwork thoughts and a plastic smile. I can't abandon him. Not to that. Let's do it. Lock in. Bro, I don't even recognize him anymore. Wait, where is he? He's not there, right? Is he? Pavel? I'm gonna come closer, okay? Oh, he is there. Dr. Deidre? Where is he? He's not on the bed, is he? He's not on the bed. Now listen to me very carefully. I want to give you something. Oh. Wait, is it another snack? It's better. It's freedom! Oh my god, it's the fucking detonator. Okay.
Pavel, do you want control?
Control over what? Your future. I've never really thought about my future. Would you like to? You can take your time. I understand that I'm asking. Yeah.
I do, Dr. Deidre.
Press the button. Press the
I
button.
want control.
Then take this switch and press the button. As soon as you do, you will be free.
Let's go.
I love the no questions asked, let's fucking go. I take Pavel by the hand and gently guide him out of the bed. As his legs clack against the tiles, he wobbles. Do you need help? I ask quietly. We have a lot of ground to cover and every second is crucial. If he's in pain... It's okay, Pavel responds. It clearly takes him effort, but he grins up at me. What's a better way to get used to these legs than a prison break? Despite everything, I chuckle. In between the pulses of the siren, I can hear hurried footsteps of staff and trainees rushing down the hallway. I take his hand and we walk through the door I came through. Neither of us look back. I love how she let him press the button. The back of the dormitory is empty. The alarm lights in the walls blink an angry red as confused personnel jog past us on the way to the emergency stairwell. We walk at first. I try to keep my hammering heart under control as we round the hallway. We're still too visible. I can't help but imagine a security officer behind every door we pass. I squeeze Pavel's hand tighter and he squeezes it back. His steps are shaky. They shouldn't be. Those idiots in processing couldn't even be bothered to calibrate the motors right, but he's stable. And in spite of everything he's been through, he's keeping pace with me. Then I see it. An imposing door with a small blinking key reader beside it. An exit out of the dormitories. Past it lay the operating facilities and engineering. Beyond that, a shipping and receiving bay. And further still, the garage door. Our way out. Normally, this part of this facility would be swarming with initiative personnel. But with the alarm sight triggered, all of them should have evacuated to the opposite side of the building. I don't even need to swipe my card. The latch clicks open when I push it. Suddenly, my steps are faster, my heartbeat louder, and before I know it, I'm running. Pavel trips on the first step and we nearly crash into each other before he corrects himself. But we run, hand in hand, past operating rooms, offices, security shutters, and without warning, Pavel's legs buckle. They crumple under him like wet paper, sending him sprawling. I fall to my knees beside him and struggle to pull him upright. "What's happening?" Pavel asks. I can't answer him. My eyes go to his legs. The lights are still on, the battery hasn't run out, but they're not responding to him. I can see him trying to move what's left of his legs, and the cybernetics just won't react. My eyes fall on the stop logo at his ankle. I look up at the shutter we just passed, and the security camera blinking beside it. Shit, I breathe. Dr. Daedra? I almost want to laugh, even as my mounting panic threatens to overtake me. Anti-theft measures. They don't want anyone taking stop property outside the building. I can hear yelling echoing down the hallway as it came through, distance but growing louder. They know where we are. But what should we do? Ditch the legs, bro! "We can give you new ones, trust," he asks, his voice wavering. "Dr. Daedra, I don't want them to find us." Sit still. Quickly, I move to detach his legs, leave them on the ground and sweep him up into my arms and bolt. He clings to me, his fingernails digging into my back through my clothes. His left arm dangles out of my grasp. He's light, far lighter than he should be. As I run for the exit, I squeeze him as close to me as I can. The security shutter suddenly slams in front of me. I turn to pivot. Oh no. Every door in the hallway falling into place as heavy tombstones. Damn it, damn it! I bite back a scream and try to focus. Security is at my back. I can hear them getting closer. Combat boots on tile, heavy and hurried. With every second I sit here panicked and paralyzed, they sound closer to us. I squeeze my eyes shut. I can feel cold steel gun barrels at my back. Cuffs, bindings, straitjackets, Pavel, ripped away from my arms, disposed of as defective goods and reprogrammed into an ideal product. I can't bear that thought. I'd reach into my lab coat and pull out a second switch and press it. Oh my god, just became the Joker real quick. Why is Pavel so small? The explosions rip through the hall with a force unlike anything I've ever felt before. They tear through the shutter, blasting me with heat and smoke and debris that nicks my cheek. I run right into it. More and more explosions go off throughout the facility, my hidden bombs going off like exothermic dominoes. A burst of red, blinding heat sears my right side, probably scattering shrapnel. I push through the pain and run as fast as I can. My ears ring, my muscles scream, my throat stings, and all there is heat, ash, and pain. Until finally... Do you make it? Do you make it to the garage and get out? I mean, I know you make it, but did you make it now? We reached the light. Yay! Fuck, stop. I hope they get taken down in the third game. The sound of an alarm in the distance. Oh yeah, it's on fire, baby. We did it! Ah, my... The flashbang. Oh, Pavel. Wow. I can't believe I actually made it. Pavel, flashbang through the door! Oh my god, he's right! Pavel, I think we're... Pavel? Pavel? Pavel! Oh god. Your arm is... It's all...
Pavel, please. Speak to me.
Pavel?
Blue.
What?
The sky. It's so blue.
Oh my god. I haven't seen it in so long.
You're hurting.
He didn't even react, dude.
Please don't push yourself. You're already bleeding so much.
But I'll live. 'Cause I'm no longer there.
Aww.
I'm free now, aren't I?
Yes, we're just wanted criminal supervillains, but you are free now.
Yes. Yes. You are.
Aww. No date of birth 9/9. Dude. He went through so much shit on his birthday, dude. That fucking sucks. Oh. Well, that was protoViolence. Yes, it had only one ending because it was a prequel. I see it was an expansion on the backstory of Doctor Strange. Yeah, wait, she is Doctor Strange. But Doctor Danger and Caution. And it kind of explains why they were seen as villains, even though in the first game we were seeing them as, wait, they're not that bad. Aww. I feel so bad for both of them, and I feel extra bad for Caution in the fact that canonically Doctor Strange, Doctor Danger, canonically Doctor Danger will die before the first game. I feel extra bad for that, extremely bad. I know a third game is in development. It's probably actually gonna be a sequel, I think. Okay, I could be wrong, but it's probably gonna be a sequel, and I genuinely hope, on my knees, I hope that sequel is destroying Stop. Stop is the real villains. It's just that they're writing the story, so it sounds like they're the good guys, but they're not. I hate Stop, and I didn't get to see if Angie died. Didn't get to see if Angie died, but oh man, congrats on clearing game. Yeah, it was an experience, even though there weren't really any choices and it was more of just like watching and experiencing the story. It was nice. I found it pretty well written. It was nice. I liked seeing how it went through, even though it was painful. Like it was painful. I didn't like what they did to Pavel. Pavel was so innocent, happy, and he was a very human and nice kid, and then they just completely destroyed his life for literally no fucking reason. I hate Stop. I hate Stop. Okay, I'm gonna stop crashing out about Stop. But thank you for tuning in to protoViolence and experiencing that with me, the misery, and becoming the Joker towards the end. Well, that was the purpose, true. Yes, and experiencing the misery and then becoming the Jokers at the end. Yes, thank you for tuning into this. And, well, I believe the third game is still in development, so we will not be streaming that for a while. Because it's not out yet. But that means that this opens up a slot for streams, but yeah, I'm still thinking about what's gonna happen. And tomorrow we will be back with Disco Elysium. Yay! Last stream of the week. It's on a Thursday, weirdly enough, instead of Friday, because I desperately need a break and I need to take a rest on Friday. But yes, thank you for the stream. Yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you all tomorrow for Disco Elysium. And take care, have a nice day or night wherever you are, and see you next time. Bye-bye! Wait, I messed up and transitioned to the same screen. Bye-bye!